Hi Aries, I really hope you guys are keeping well. Let's begin your general reading. Let's check in with your present energies first. Aries, please, current present energies for Aries. Ooh. Okay. Aries, this is a really challenging time. Something has reached its end, as in there's nowhere further it can go, and there's a need to let it go. Therefore, it's a really difficult kind of energy because there's restriction here. There's a lack of wanting to let something go, a lack, you don't want this to be the end of something, but something has run its course. So let's clarify the energies, please. A decision has to be made, Aries. It's difficult because right now you're not really sure what the best option is, but it seems that you're stuck and you're out of other there's no option other than to face this now. Something's coming to a head in a big way. And it may even cause a huge restructure of your life and how you live your life, or to the foundations of your life, maybe in terms of where you live, especially here with the key. Maybe you're having to sell the house or move or relocate in some way. It could be a change to the family structure, especially if the home move is involved. I think someone feels like they're having to make a sacrifice in order to accommodate somebody else, but there's a willingness to do that because of the way that it was going to help somebody out. I just don't know. There's an awful lot of change happening, and I think it's quite an unstable. It's a very challenging energy, Aries. So I'm with you if you've been having difficulties, because it all feels out of control, is the truth, Aries. None of this feels like it's really in your control, and you're having to have faith that it will work out in the way that it's supposed to eventually. And something's coming to a head, something that happened maybe even a long time ago, maybe even many years ago, is coming to a head now. And there may even be cross wires, there may even be more than one person involved. It's shaking up the family structure, the dynamics. There's a lot going on. So this is a really, really heavy energy to start with, Aries. So let's continue. What else for Aries, please, in the current energies? Okay. So this is rebuilding, though. It's at the same time as something is changing and being brought back down. It's like the foundations of something have to come down and come apart completely in order for something else to be rebuilt. So there is this idea of, maybe it's even home renovations, making changes to a home. Since I saw that a little bit in the previous part, but it's making progress. So let's clarify a little bit. So it's not like all is lost. It's at the same time as something is being brought sort of down to the ground so that something can start all over again, making changes. At the same time, At the same time, something is being worked upon, and maybe it's just being worked upon sort of behind the scenes. There's okay, bear with me. Oh, just give me a second. Okay, there's lots of conflicting energies here. Clear communication is being had or needs to be had. It's very important that all of the information is out in the open in order for the right steps to be made moving forwards. I feel, Aries, that luck is on your side, and if you've been feeling very stuck for a period of time, you are going to see things start making progress and moving in a direction that you'll be happy with. You may have experienced a death in the family that could be what's causing this upheaval, or maybe even an illness. I think that maybe the death of a loved one, maybe lockdown, maybe you're lonely, maybe you've spent a lot of time on your own. There's potentially a dependency here, or sometimes someone here likes to reach for a drink or some kind of way to make them feel better. Boredom, there's boredom here, and I think this has been sort of going on behind the scenes, and this is affecting the things that are being put in place now moving forward. And there's the idea that this will be for a greater emotional fulfillment. There's a strong link with the family here. Wow, it's quite heavy, Aries, I'll be honest. What's coming to a head could be linked to your childhood, or it could be linked to your family and an upbringing or a household in some way. And this could be what the conflicting energies are that I'm feeling. There are conflicts of opinions or different opinions, but all working together for the same cause. But there's a sense of nostalgia, and I think a family dynamic is what's really, really taking hold very strongly. Very strongly in this reading. So for some of you, there will be a move. The move, if you're moving, might be back to your roots, for example, nearer to where you grew up, nearer to family members. Or it could be that you'll be reminded in some way of family members or reconnected with family members. There's that sort of thing going on. Let's clarify, please. So I'm seeing a feeling of there being like a lack of family happiness, a lack of, not even just happiness, but like the status quo has been upset, maybe even since the head of the family left, or if that's somebody that passed away, or there was a change in a dynamic in a relationship. There's a desire to heal family. Or maybe even that's on a subconscious level, and the actions that are happening now are going to force the matter for eventual healing of a family situation, a family dynamic. Okay, Aries, this is really strong. Anything else that Aries needs to be aware of, please? Okay. So you do have more than one option, Aries, of how you're going to move this situation forward. The thing is, you mustn't get lost in amongst all the different options and clouded by all the different voices that you actually lose what it is that you want to do. You lose your own voice. It's really important, Aries, that you are really clear on what it is that you want and how you want things to move forward. You may feel a little bit like you're walking a tightrope between different dynamics, different ideas, different choices. You need to spend some time and be clear on what it is that you want to do. Please clarify. Thank you. What it seems to me that you want more than anything is just healing. There's possibly a choice of a person. So you may even be having to make a choice between people. And there's someone who you view as being very healing. Maybe they are an actual healer in some way, in a medical or spiritual profession. That you feel you have a harmonious relationship with. Although actually I think it can be fiery at times. There's a dynamic here which can be quite fiery. And then there's also a feeling here of being a bit left out and going off on your own. I think maybe, Aries, you're worried a lot about what's going to make other people happy here, and you need to think a bit more about what it is that's going to make you happy. I'm seeing characters. I'm seeing different people. Someone's trying to allure you to do what they want you to do. Someone's trying to inspire you to do what you should do. What's the best thing for you? Someone's feeling very left out of the equation and is thinking, I'm just going to cut my losses and separate myself from the whole thing because it's challenging. I'm going to just refresh a little bit, Aries, and see what else comes out here, because this feels extremely specific. I'd really love to hear from you in the comments, and please let me know if you are resonating with this reading. And you can like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so here we go again with this feeling of being a little bit left out and going on a soul-seeking journey. Now, you may be having reservations about these changes. You may be scared about what's coming around the corner for you. This journey, this change is going to challenge you, but I feel that there's a lot good that's going to come out of these challenges. It may seem like you don't want to go. If you're moving somewhere, you might not want to. You might not feel ready. But the sort of energy here is to learn, is to see the potential in the changes. I think you're feeling, nice. So there's a lot of good that can come from this. And it will resolve successfully. You do have more control, Aries, than you realise. And I even think maybe that the universe is just taking you in a specific route because that you're supposed to go down, because there's some kind of lesson or something, or like we saw the healing earlier, and there's a reunion here, there's a social element here where if this has caused any issues or any dynamics, any difficult challenges within relationships, there is going to be this healing and this reunion of everybody coming back together, and putting their heads together, and working collaboratively. You'll actually have something to celebrate. You'll feel really, really fulfilled, and you'll feel that it's a successful completion in the end. Whatever it is that you decide will be for the eventual good, despite thinking right now that it's all looking very daunting and very scary. Wow, such a direct and sort of unusual reading, Aries. So let's see how this develops in the near future energies, please, for Aries moving forward. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, Aries. Moving forward, there's somebody who's going to help you financially, and it may not necessarily mean that you need financial help, but you may need advice in terms of your finances. And I think that there's going to be someone very smart who's going to give you some advice. They might be a business owner. And they will help you manage this situation in a way that will stop any issues in the family or any dynamics. Yeah, there's certainly okay, I'm sensing the house sale has some financial implications in the wider family, and it's a very slow progress to reaching a conclusion, and you need someone to help you figure it all out financially. And it's to do with the home. So I think if you have someone to help you, that would be really, really good, to figure out how best, whether it's because of, let's say that there's a divorce and you're separating, and the money's got to be divided in a certain way, or split in a certain way, distributed. It's that sort of thing. I can see this being a lucrative move, and there's something to do, it's linked to the home again, Aries. I'm getting that strongly. Hang on, bear with me. I think this is you, Aries, trying to manage carefully and trying to keep your cool, but I think you are trying to stay diplomatic, trying to be fair, and keep things above board and doing the right thing. But if there are any crosswords between people, I think you'll be very good at negotiating that in the middle somehow. And the thing is, though, is, like I said, I keep seeing something's going to come to a head. There's like a truth that's going to come out, or information that was not necessarily a secret, but that was hidden, is going to come up to the surface, and it's going to mean that people have more of an involvement. I really, really would like to hear from you, Aries. Please do comment and like if this resonates, because it's such an interesting reading to me. Okay, so advice and help from someone in family, financial matters that will help you to resolve the situation justly and in a calm manner. Are there any? Yeah, I feel like the past is more relevant. I think things have been difficult for you, Aries. You've been battling something. And this is why you just feel really ready to have a conclusion, to have a change. I think you might have found things difficult on your own. Here's this character that I saw, the head of the family type character, who's maybe not around anymore. Somebody, maybe it was your romantic, the love of your life, or someone you were involved with romantically. I think it's been a struggle without them. Something regarding them has been a struggle for you, and I think you've had to manage a lot of things on your own and you're finding it really difficult. It's been a challenge, it's been an uphill struggle. And I think that this person always helped you make the right decisions and always kept you on the right path. So that's why things are really tricky at the moment. Maybe you're missing that advice, but I see that coming through somebody else though. I have to stop questioning it, Aries. I have to just give you the message as it comes. There's just so much going on, but I mean that's expected with seeing the Tower and a huge amount of upheaval and change. But like I did see, it is for the eventual good, and it does work out in a reunion and a resolution in the end, and a celebration in the end, and more of a social life, and less of a struggle. So there is this all waiting for you in the end. I'm going to leave it there because this is what I'm getting, and I seem to be bringing up the same message in slightly different ways. So I'll leave it there with you, Aries. I really hope you're keeping well. Love to hear from you. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys again on the next one.